well. Larry in Waconia is first up here. Larry, what's your question, please?
If you sell a house on short sale, let's say $25,000 or $30,000 short, how does it affect your credit rating?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I guess it kind of depends in a way that if they did a full satisfaction of that money. But, I mean, for a typical short sale, whether it's $5 or $500,000, how long is it going to take?
Well, again, it's still absolutely impactful. It is reflected on your credit as an unpaid obligation. And depending, again, on the investor and the program, you're talking a minimum of probably 2 years, and in some cases even
and on that, what do you got to do? Just you got to reestablish credit, right?
Correct.
You got to get your credit back up.
Correct. And there is some discretion. There's a believe it or not, underwriters will consider the circumstances. It'll be viewed much differently if you have a hardship as opposed to simply a walk away of convenience. So. But yeah, you're going to want to reestablish credit. You're going to want to make sure that you have a letter of explanation surrounding your original reason for short sale, and just do everything else you do to be creditworthy.
Yeah, well, we've seen it vary quite a bit because if you miss years of payments and then they foreclose. Or do the short sale. It all depends. Maybe you've negotiated the short sale, you haven't even missed a payment, and it gets reported, and your credit score only goes down 50 points. So it really depends on your individual scenario.
Here's a text, guys. After a foreclosure, how long does it take to buy again, and what should we do to be eligible for a mortgage?
Well,
Mr. Cambria, Matt Helling will answer that one.
Well, and again, it's very difficult to be definitive because there are all sorts of different, sort of underwriting agencies, Fannie and Freddie and HUD and et cetera, and the VA sort of all underwrite differently. General rule of thumb is it's going to be 3 to 4 years after you are foreclosed upon before you'd be able to buy another home. Again, sort of going back to the last, response, what you need to do, again, is to keep your there's so many different scenarios. We have people that lose their homes to foreclosure that will never have another late on another obligation. Their credit cards and their car loan and are all paid as agreed. So there are all sorts of different situations. But you want to continue paying your bills. You want to minimize your outstanding credit. You want to make sure that you can afford the house you're going into and all that kind of stuff.